Alright, finally, game 3, guys. PSG, FlyQuest. Let's see who wins and advances to the qualification series match and who goes to the losers round.
We're gonna whittle it down to here then.
So, also, I just realized something. Don't have Epic Pen open. Boom. Okay.
I like when Woody is on engage for them, you know, like the Nautilus,
Callista
the Alistar, for him, but they're gonna immediately slam the Callista here again for.
So they take the Callista away again, and I understand why, because Masu is a very good Callista, but I mean, they lane swapped last time to get out of this situation. Lee Sin, Renekton have remained banned. They banned his Lucian this time. But Varus is open, and Ashe is open. I mean, will they actually go this route? Nautilus is also open. But they probably wouldn't Nautilus because of Renata. Varus. And... Oriana blind. Interesting. So this was getting banned too, I believe, last game. And they banned the Talia. That's funny. Karma. Really, Karma? Why would you pick Karma there? Now they can just... Okay, but... So the stupid thing is now they can actually... Like, if they really wanted to, technically they could take Nautilus here. They also could take Renata for themselves. And if it's Karma bot, who gives a shit? Yeah, now they can take Nautilus. Okay, this is just like, what the hell is this shit? Oh man, they really griefed it. I mean, I like that they actually aimed for the Xin this time and get him a higher priority jungle, but honestly, it's not. I feel like this is like a fake. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, this guy's actually been performing. Even though he's getting banned out in the 4-5, he's been performing, so I don't know why PSG would go that route at this point. Yeah, now they get rid of Renata, so now it's like, okay. And then they get rid of, what, Alistar? Oh, Nico. They'll get rid of Nico, probably. Rumble. Okay, that's fine too. Rumble, Nico. I mean, there's definitely options. Nico is probably one of the better options in bot lane at this point. And then you round this out with yet another, like, Cassante or something. Yeah, Urgot is a perfectly good ban. This guy's been 1v5. So that is great. TF. So they banned TF this time. Sejuani. So basically he's just playing control picks on jungle. He's played 0 carries, just control picks. I mean, in theory you can play Rel bot lane, I guess, but not my preference. So here comes the Cassante, as expected. Honestly, don't pick Rel. Do not think you need to pick Rel here. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I 100% would prefer the Nico. I honestly would prefer the Nico here. Olaf. Well, so now this is really problematic because the damage on PSG side is terrible. The outplay potential they have is not the best, and they definitely cannot go Cassante in this game. Like, it's probably better to blind Aatrox, if anything, if you're gonna do Rel. Cassante Rel just sounds, I don't know. Like I said, it just feels like they don't have damage. It really doesn't feel like they have damage.
Alright, let's see about some level ones then, if anyone starts to go aggressive, because maybe we have, Olaf, especially Wisdom, one kind of thing, and Hook champion on team 2. There's possibilities of cooking. Does not appear to be any cooking going on, though. Are we gonna cook? I mean, we could jump in there, Rel's got it. Okay, Boost, I've been nervous around Boost so far this series. There's a tensive fry up happening right now. Okay, he gets a little visual confirmation, though. I'm just thinking of different ways of saying possible cooking. The whiff of a bake.
So they got a scouting ward. No scouting ward for FlyQuest. They do have Whipple actually checking though. This is really good. Super good. Okay, so he basically found out that if he doesn't know that Xin Zhao started top yet, now he does. So like, okay, so he's starting top side. The chance of him being able to invade bot is very slim. and it's just gonna be a full clear option.
I just want to really hit home the importance again of that invade and of that ward, especially when you're in this matchup like with one. You can see him on screen.
Karma mid. Oh god.
You need to know that enemy jungle is passing away for you.
It's not a Karma mid game.
Which is very nice for lane, but really critical that he knows for sure Genji is passing away from him because again, Genji has been so big, at blowing up the games, and you don't want a Sin with an early lead and a Karma mid facilitating him running around early game. So nice up there. It allows Whipple to build up his slow push on the Olaf. You can see he's going to have a big crashing wave up on top side very shortly. Can help him really make the most of some of these early advantages. And he's a really big fan of 2-item Olaf coming in and taking over team fights. So
I'm sure most of the NA fans are big fan of 2-item coming in and taking team fights as well. Especially right in this game. He doesn't party by inspired. He actually went down to his bottom and back up to the walls. Ginger was looking for an invade with the push that he had. Now he passes back around towards his bottom side. You can see Ginger steps in after doing his full clear. It's really good. Really good.
Inspired here. Coming around, there they go, on the ward, takes the crab.
But Ginger on vision once again, and that's exactly where FlyQuest want him to be. Ward places as well against it, towards the top side, so in case Ginger decides to reset and go for that, don't know where he is. Ginger steps in, reaction by Bruce, inspired, stops, Ginger hits the wall, still Ginger gets the wall, flash, out from FlyQuest as well, come on, Ginger falls.
There they go, on the ward, takes the crab.
What?
But Ginger on vision once again, and that's exactly where FlyQuest want him to be. Ward places as well against it, towards the top.
I mean, it's a good ward, right? Like, it's placed by Inspired. And it gives them a little bit of info, you know, just in case. I guess it's just enough, because he rolls around behind, and it's not like the bot lane is in, like, that, like, in the worst of positions, per se. But it is oh, dude, it is enough info, though. So, also, Busio actually just misses his hook. Busio actually misses his hook.
Lucio's been supplying some nice comic relief in the series. They still get the kill. They still get the kill. He didn't flash into this one.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
And honestly, though, you're still getting the kill and getting the kill credit onto Basu.
Here, but he has no flash now. He's locked up, stunned up, and rooted by the PSG.
Okay, he killed himself. Well done, Busio. He killed himself for some odd reason. Whippo is doing Whippo things. I mean, that's all fine and dandy, I guess. Like, after these deaths, Raul shoots up the top side, and it looks like this wave is pushing out. Because there's 3 melees versus 2, right? 3 versus 2. So this is pushing out, so he's going to need help no matter what. This guy already based, so if I'm Busio, technically he should be thinking about answering this play. Like, this guy's already cleared this out, and he needs the base. So Mouse is going to base. There's nothing happening bot, by the way. Literally dead play. Yeah, technically Rel could be going bot, but if he already has it in at this point, it doesn't matter. This guy's going to TP, so also dead play. Their only play is topside, and guess who's not reading it? My man, Busio. Because look, he went bot side. Literally nothing to do, then goes mid, nothing to do. So, the only person who gets punished in the end is Whippo. And honestly, I will also say, not the best of times for Whippo to do this, but Whippo has to, like, he needs to get vision or something, because right now, like, he could get attacked from lane, he could get attacked from the brush, so he actually needed help, but unfortunately, his Nautilus is not here.
Also use his ghost, so that is going to provide a lot of relief to Aji.
Okay. Nice little trade. And FlyQuest also got the dragon. That was really weird, though. So this is happening now. They get the dragon. This trade happens. He goes up to get his camps. Jensen's eating some shit trades, but it is what it is. He goes for a one-off R on Maple, but misses. And it honestly, it's not really worth it going for it, is it? Like, I mean, I guess if he hits it, then Jensen will go over and use the R, but he doesn't have Mantra W. I'm not sure. I mean, I guess this play is mostly okay, but it doesn't really seem worth it.
Exactly. Not gonna hit though. Nice there for Maple, the ward the hero, as you mentioned. Yeah, I guess like clear bottom side camps and make return of up towards top side. Now you have your plugs into
although it's hard to get how much ability he has, but maybe
He's a champion that indexes very high into unstoppability. Very high stat. I mean, they can do one of your patented lane things like fire on the side. Masu has been so good as far as the other pressure for rookie expectations on the international stage. Having early kills for theirs. They definitely go for one of those specialties on bottom sides, but you're only camp up.
It's on reset. And he does not have TP. So there's no play on mid. This is fine. They clear some wards. They can move from bot. He dips away, perfectly fine.
Fairly close in gold. Flaggers are going to be very happy. They're going to scale super well in PSG's competition straight up because Olaf absolutely murders Zin. There you go.
Nice.
Zin. There you go. Olaf absolutely.
Oh, doesn't have... Dude, every time they do these plays, by the way, it's so good. So, any play on Karma is usually bad if she has Mantra W, because, you know, she gets double heal, which is really problematic. Inspired, you know, he's upkeeping his farm, he dodges the wards, he knows they're contesting here, he knows that there's a chance that, like, if he goes for this, you know, they can come through. So it's a fast play, you gotta go fast. This guy also has flash, by the way, so, like... I mean, he could have flashed this way and thrown his shit, and, like, it's very dangerous. Like, it's a quick play, and this is, like, not the first time, like, these guys have really tried a quick play, but it's just... It's fucking funny. It's still really funny to see them going for this. Oh, it's very funny. They actually didn't have enough damage, and then this guy just did not flash. But as usual, Zhenjia is literally on the grubs. Like, he's always doing grubs.
Very dangerous and difficult later on for PSG if they let it continue to go this way for or likewise. They did secure all 6 grubs this time, so maybe PSG will be able to get some pushing going, signing going, something, open it up that way before they can really crack this game. Some split pushing going, some side laning going this time, so maybe PSG will be able to get some split pushing going.
So Ori has first move, Olaf has TP, Visante has TP. He initiate on the Rel, which is not great. And he kills himself. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. I mean, okay, I can already tell you, like, hooking this guy is so terrible. Like, the only way this works is if he Rs, but even then, like, it's so terrible because this guy has Callista pull. So he should just run. Like, it's a zero play. And also, Seju R is not up just yet. So it's, like, really awkward. Like, he would have to R Xin Zhao and poke him, but again, like, Masu's just gonna run away, so, like, Busio can't stand here. And... yeah... And then it becomes a messy fight. Can they finish this out better?
Jensen trying to get away, but focus resolved from Maple will lock him up. Face call out as Woody escapes, going back in. The Ragnarok from Britbo, keeping him up. Lock him up. Face call out as Woody escapes, going back in. The Ragnarok from Britbo.
I don't think Ozzy had to do this, by the way. I think he could have actually just waited, and he might have gotten more out of this, but he kind of just threw himself into it and killed himself, so... Dude, it's just a stupid fight created by Busio. They're just lucky that Ozzy, like, ints himself. Very lucky. PSG's making some weird mistakes. You know, like, they just take Dragon, and you know that they're strong here. And so he instantly goes in, it's like, okay, well, I guess we'll just retaliate going back into you, and so now he has to flash away. Only upside is that Karma gets to hit bot, but then of course if she gets caught, and I swear to God, she better not die. Oh my god, that's so terrible. That's so bad. Paris is 4-0. Okay, I see what's happening now. This is getting a little weird. So look where it comes from. So Whippo takes the top wave, right? He pushes this in, and he bases. So he could, in theory, go back top, but instead he goes into bot side, and so he's strengthening their pull in this situation, and so they create a 4v1 on the bot side, 4v2, and yeah, Cassante gets to hit top, and yes, like, this can be a little problematic because, yeah, like, he did sack himself to make this play, but it does create a good situation for them to actually find something. And of course, you know, Jensen then just kills himself hitting this, because it's like, okay, we just TP recovered this stuff, you just took their Krugs, now you back off as Jensen. Like, you're just, like, don't min-max, like, killing the thing, just get out, take the turret, and be done with it. So he kills himself, that blows. But now, of course, on the flip side, FlyQuest has 2-1 control on the mid top because they're committing all the way into the bot side, and now they get the turret. Then these guys are going to hit the bot side, and then they have to reset from this situation, and so FlyQuest will play recovery on that with the dragon, and they're first on this situation, so they'll have control, which gives them the initiative on the fight, which they have such wanting. They have Nautilus, which is amazing, and most likely PSG won't poke into this because they kind of, I guess they are. I mean, I don't know, like, their comp is not exactly the best at, like, just doing this.
Jensen will clear out the mid wave. Ash is going to try and step forward as the Inspire Shield on him. Whippo still has the Ragnarok, no Ghost. Flash is available with both the AD. Poke and prod and look for something.
Thank God he didn't hit that, by the way. If he hits Rel, it's the same situation where Rel could then flash engage, and they're really fucked. So it's a really bad look by Busio in the first place.
Have to wait for about 13 seconds for that one to be back up.
Now, Olaf is off to the side, which is, like, not the greatest. And so now they're going to try to brute force running in. Who is Busio trying to hook this time? So there's actually some usage to Busio doing this now. So these guys are all in front. If he hooks and R's this target, this guy's going to run this way, then he's going to throw R this way. It's not bad. This actually runs a lot of interference and gives a chance play for Whippo to become a god. Like, he could be a god in this play, right? But he misses. So he misses somehow. And dude, don't tell me he's just, dude, he's dying and he's not even pressing R. Now he presses R. Okay. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. This is, like, it's great positioning by Inspired. And, like, he's pressuring, and he's saving his R. Now he R's now. Where's Jensen? Jensen moves his ball in a kind of a weird way, or he Shockwave. Oh, fucking god. Low-key, he actually could Shockwave these three guys on the left side. If he pulls these guys in with Bwippo, like, Bwippo is a god in this situation. Now, these guys can pressure him, but he has Flash, so he can always get out. It's not a big deal. This guy, you know, he had R this entire time, and, like, at this point, he should just press R on this guy and wait a second before flashing, and that would buy so much time. But he doesn't. So that's pretty weird. Now these guys start initiating. Now comes the Ori Shockwave, which, I mean, it took a little bit. And then Varus, obviously, Varus is like, okay, well, nothing's really happening here. I guess I'm just gonna R this guy, pressure some damage on him. How about Ozzy? Honestly, if I'm Ozzy, this is already scuffed. If he goes this way, and they can turn this around, this is good. Like, this is actually the only way they can do this, but Jensen already missed his chance to make this play good. So he missed this chance, but if this guy goes back here and they go this way, it actually could be losing for FlyQuest. But the fact that Ozzy joined them here means that this play sucks. Hilarious. Actually hilarious. And then Masu, you know, if you watch Masu, Masu's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and absorb some pressure. You know, he saves his flash very smartly, until he gets to the wall. So it baits Betty. And, I mean, yeah, this guy finally comes around and gets some more kills, but yeah, Whippo was a god. He had a good positioning, and Busio literally did nothing. He did absolutely nothing in that fight. Hilarious.
So even though kills pretty even there, the objective going away of FlyQuest, and they do feel pretty comfortable about their next setup here. Whippo now has got his 2 item power spike with the Sarah Cage, and now the lane.
Ooh, I like it, man. So look at this. So the wave to play on when you look at the situation is mid wave's coming up and bot wave's going up. Sejuani could go mid with Ori and they could get control while Olaf gets solo control. He goes through bot side and they're scared that Seju's on mid. So he kind of uses that to his advantage, though I'll admit that like they have double pinks. Like, so technically they could have contested this without issue, I believe. Like, all it requires is for Xin Zhao to get off the Gromp and go into the mid wave now. And Kalista also doesn't do but because they're doing these camps, they actually forfeit a mid wave. And then because they forfeit the mid wave, this falls through, she's collecting. And then this gives space for Inspired to sneak through. And they kind of figure these guys are leaning on the left side at this point, because I mean, do they actually know where Xin is? They really don't. But they also know Kalista has no sums. So the fact that like this guy is like untouched and they have no one showing, and then Woody just absolutely completely fucked that up. And now there it goes Baron. And that's it. We're off to the races. That's so funny. Oh my god. PSG are just collapsing in terms of just execution. It's a full collapse. You know, Masu's doing a good job in terms of like how he approaches the fights. Laning wise, it's been fine. Nothing like serious has to be done on his side. Inspired Whippo are playing pretty well. Jensen could be a lot better in fights, and Busio has been quite useless.
Soul, 30 seconds away from spawning for FlyQuest. Inspired steps in.
Yes. Yes.
With the Glacial Prison. Whipper going in with the Ragnarok, and he's starting to roll through this team. Ginger has to flash away. Chain of Corruption only hits onto Azure. The face call brings Woody. Shockwave lands on 2 though. Magnus Storm in by Woody, immediately better locked up as well by Busio. And this is a perfect fight for FlyQuest.
Man, I really like how they play this. And also I like how Inspired plays this. So look. They're on mid wave, they have Baron, it's hard to contest. So then they start getting pushed out. Now here's the thing, he has flash. Why not check them? Like, you throw it here, there's a lot of people that can hit. Yeah, you could get Kalista R, you could get Xin Zhao R. These are all good abilities to get. Like, really are. So he throws it. He doesn't flash. Now he has to press R. He doesn't press R, so he's taking a whole bunch of damage. Now this guy's going in on you. Nautilus is just watching it happen. What the fuck's he doing?
Face call brings Woody out. Shockwave lands on 2 though. Magnus Storm in by Woody, immediately better locked up as well by Busio. And this
okay. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I have no idea what the hell he's doing. Like, once this starts, it's actually fine for him to throw hook this time. Like, this is like, he's been doing the wrong thing before, and now it's the right thing to actually throw hook. R this guy, or even R him. Like, it doesn't really matter. As long as they're getting CC'd, it's good. And the time that's bought will give Jensen to like catch up, and he can just run straight. I don't know why he's running here, he just can run straight at them, and Jensen will clean up. And don't get me wrong, he waits, and then he finally goes in, and it's like, okay, cool, so you're stopping Betty from doing the fight. But the fight was already won. Like, the fight's already won, it doesn't really matter at this point. Like, these guys are just dying. I mean, he could actually still just R these guys, And
Woody out, Shockwave lands on 2 though. Magnus
he does actually.
Face call brings Woody out, Shockwave lands.
Dude, that's cute. That was a really cute play. Huh. So he R flashes. And he gets it in time so that he can knock up Callista. And then also hit Ozzy. That was cute. I gotta be honest. Even though I think he could have done a more standard play that would have netted them like just as well, this was a pretty cute play. Man, that was a cute play actually. Man, that was actually kind of a cute play. Oh, that's all she wrote though.
Yeah, it is a lot easier to be calm when you're rich. I know we have their problems. Neither did I. Dragon's Holic, well, they're going to get a reset off. Even the next 2 makes it even quicker. It's kind of easy from here on out to play it out, since you do have also different card side menu. Oh, yes, the little benefit. Teleports on both sides therefore. Likewise, obviously, Olaf, very, very easy time for Willow to push out bottom lane. Other rest of likewise. Group side out, the voice of Baron needs.
I think it's just like something. Woody, stand up. Just walk away. This is like seeing getting out of Woody. That's possible. What is we're dancing last in a couple of seconds, but
Should be standard though, 4-1. To keep Willow pushing while you set up your vision control for Baron. Then you can easily start the Baron. You have really good turn off the Baron. I don't think the PSG are actually going to risk that. And so you can probably just burn it down and take it while Willow plays it safe and hits a split.
I mean, it's unwinnable. Like I don't know how PSG could ever win this at this point. See, now this time, it's like, is it actually okay to still engage on Woody? Not really. I'm pretty sure he was trying to hit Xin Zhao, which is a way better target. Because if he hits Xin Zhao here, then he's just going to roll over and do a WQW. And yeah, he has to initiate. But it's not going to really do too much at this point.
As it's not an elimination game, Glacier Prison hitting onto Woody. There's the hook as well with the dredge line. Ragnarok onto the back line. As immediately this Olaf begins to rip through them. Ginger able to survive though with the Crescent Guard. Boosie is going to be the first to fall to the fight. Good shockwave though means that Ginger goes down. Betty cleanses away, but with Ragnarok onto the
and Masu's just hitting. Like the entire time, Masu's just free hitting. It was a good Q. Or it was a good art by Masu. But even then, even with him missing, it's just like, what do? They literally can't do anything. Shit, his job was so easy. This was some Pays gameplay, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think he actually plays fights better than Pays. But what I mean by Pays, I mean like, it's just, his team is doing so well in terms of just... His team is doing good at creating space for him to fight. Like, he is like never in a bad situation for the most part.
PSG have a lot of options, so this is what you have to go for. Exactly. Your risk tolerance has to go way up when it gets to like this, but kind of easy for likewise. With the giant item advantage just running down. Nicely done though. Snap turn off of it and making good on your.
And now pushing the lane, and we're well. Inspires the one who's fucking that mid lane. Jensen makes his way back. Slightly mismatched time on the resets there, but Jensen just completed that round, which is why you always did to reset. He's at 4 items and Maple's in. Not too pretty, only 2 right now, but we're not comfortable enough to push up to 3, knowing they're strong enough. They actually need the support of their mid lane to continue this advance. It's 5 match now in the mid lane. They're around halfway, 2.5-ish. Slide now joins up with the team, and with the way it's turret. Likewise, hang back and if they round up means they get quicker when they're near a turret, so you kind of like speed off the way. Not much use to just change damage, just doing the guard. Really, likewise, using the sketch out of the house, they lower the second without with their bullets and take these inhibitors down. As you said earlier, just looking like in tower, so the mid lane should.
Yeah, I mean they could just roll through. What can you do? Hold on. So, Whippo... I mean, there's no need for Whippo to do this, by the way. Really no need at all. Like, Whippo could just run back, and, like, you're playing it safe, but he does something a little risky. Then they're zoning this guy out. He gets the dragon. Betty is just hitting people. Ooh, Betty killed that guy, though. Ooh. Oh, Betty did so much damage. I just need to see what Nautilus is doing. Yeah, I guess he does need to do it this way. So Masu flashes on this guy, but I feel like it would have been better if... I mean, can he... Is it better for him to flash down and keep DPSing this way?
There's one, the shot in, but inspired.
And what about Jensen? Jensen has R.
But inspired smites the elder as Woody dives in.
I feel like Jensen really needs to like put this focus on.
And that's really what I was. Ezra again gets the shot down. The elder Drake down to 5.
Jensen needs to have his ball here. So I'll admit he does need to help DPS this no matter what. So he's on this. He has flash. Low key with how strong he is. Like look how strong he is compared to this guy. If he flash 2 Ws, this guy here, he's like dead. Like 100% he's basically dead. But Jensen doesn't do that. Jensen just runs away. These guys get on top. Then he does an R. But it just gives Betty the space to actually like fight. And thankfully this guy is Elder. Because if he didn't, like then Jensen would have to be dealing with a little bit more stupid shit. And that's how that game ends? Got it. I mean... I think it's inspired this time. Beppo was fine, but it's definitely inspired this time, and then it's... Funny enough, it actually might be Woody. I actually might put Woody here. It's either like Woody or Betty. Like, one of these two, I think. Masu was also pretty good. It's like Masu Blippo. I think the series MVP, and I think this one is to no surprise, and this one is very obvious, it's Blippo. It's definitely Blippo. He did more than enough this like entire series, dominated. The other guy had never even showed up to deal with him. Great series for it. So that is the FlyQuest versus PSG MSI introductory. And hopefully they can continue this on, but I gotta be honest, Busio's playing pretty bad. Masu's playing well, which is really good. Really good to see. And Jensen's like so-so. You really just have to hope that their mid and support kind of pull through against T1, because if they don't, it's not going to be the best. Thanks for watching, guys.